everybody. It's day 2, chapter 3, section 1. Welcome, Math 8 video people. So today it is equation solving like. We're going to be changing repeating decimals to fractions. Yep, it's in chapter 3 in your book. You can see here, text page 98. So 3.1, day 2. So though I'm doing this in front of my homeroom right now, just so you know. They're watching me do this, and the only thing that they see is the board. It's just recording the board. So, back to the steps here. Changing a repeating decimal to a fraction. Step 1 is to assign a variable, whatever letter you care to assign, to the repeating decimal. The repeating decimal in this example is decimal point 1/600ths repetent. So I'm going to say the variable is x. So I'm going to say x is that repeating decimal. Step 2, multiply your repeating decimal by, and the textbook doesn't have this quite right, so I'm going to put in a little fix here. Multiply that decimal by a power of 10. It should say a power of 10 until you have the same two equations with the same repeating decimals. Huh? What does that mean? Step 3, you're going to subtract to get rid of the repeating decimal part and solve for x. So this is what it means. I'm going to multiply my hundredths decimal by 100. So I'm going to say let my variable be x. But I'm going to multiply it by a power of 10 called 100, 10 to the second power. So I'm going to say let 100x equal, oh, I've just multiplied this by 100. So it's going to be 16 decimal point 666666666, you know, like the Energizer Bunny, it keeps going. So 100 times this decimal gives me 16 decimal point 66666. I want just the repeating parts to line up. So now I'm going to only multiply this by 10x. And yeah, you're not going to get this at first. Give it a second. And I get 1 and decimal point. And it keeps repeating, going. So now I'm going to subtract these two equations to eliminate the repeating decimal part. So when I subtract, I get 100x's minus 10x's is 90x's equals, oh, this cancels, this cancels, this cancels, this cancels, this cancels, this cancels, and they keep canceling. You get the idea. So now all the repeating part is gone, and I have 16 minus 1, which is 15. Okay, my goal is to get what is this decimal as a fraction. Well, I have 90x's equals 15. Well, that's not helpful. I'm going to divide by 90. Going to divide by 90, and I get x equals 15/90ths. Hey, that's a fraction, but it's not in lowest terms. So if I divide by 15, both of these, I get 1/6. So did you know that if you take 1 and divide it by 6, you get decimal point 1, 666666666666666 going on forever? Yes, check it on your calculator. I'm not kidding. It is that repeating decimal, which equals this equivalent fraction by doing this algebra equation solving process. Okay, let's do another one. So copying this into your notes, you can stop me, pause me, replay me. It's your video you're watching now. Do with it what you like. Write the decimal 0.0909090909 as a fraction. Well, x is the decimal 0.09 repetent. Okay, so that's x. What happens if I multiply this guy by 10? Now it becomes decimal point 90. What happens if I multiply this decimal by 100? Now I have 9 decimal point 0.09090. See how the pattern it becomes different? Oh, 100 100 times that number is 9.09 repetent. 1,000 times this number is 90 decimal point 909090. Okay, so in order to get my repetent parts to line up and eliminate each other, I have two choices here. I can choose the 100x and the x, because now the 0.09s will keep repeating and eliminate each other, or I can choose the 1000x and the 10x to subtract. I don't want to get 900x's, so I'm not going to do, or 990x's. 1,000's too big. I'm just going with 100 and x. So 100x, as I see here, is 9 decimal point 0909. And just so you know, homeroom, you're going to be doing this at some point. So this is going to be your math too some point. 090909. When I subtract these algebra statements, 100x's minus 1x gives me 99x's. And yes, these just keep eliminating each other and go away, so that's good. So now I don't have any more repetent part to worry about. I have only the number 9. 99x's equals 9. 99 times what would give me 9? I don't know. Divide by 99. We all know how to equation solve. The opposite is division. Oh, this is a fraction, not in lowest terms. Homeroom, can you tell me what this fraction would be in lowest terms? 1 over 11. Oh my gosh, homeroom, you're not even in my honors class and you already know the answer. Very good job. Thank you. So the next example, we got a couple more. How would I change 8/10 into a repeating decimal into a fraction? And you'd say, oh, if I multiply it by 10, I would get 8.88888888 repeating. If I just leave it how it is, I get 0.88888888 repeating. If I subtract, I get 9x's equals, those all go away, 8. If I divide by 9, what fraction, homeroom, do I get? 8 over 9. Did you know that 8 divided by 9 is decimal point 888888888? Okay, this example. It's hundredths, so yes, I got to multiply by 100. I get 6. And 666666666. If I just multiply by 10 only, not the 100, I get decimal point 6666666. Oh, and there's the bell, so I gotta stop. 90x equals 6. Bye, homeroom. Divide by 90. Putting this into lowest terms, I get x equals 1/15. X equals 1/15. 1 divided by 15 is that repetent decimal. So that's it for today. I am going to, you can copy number 3 and try it on your own. It's just like this number 1. Number 4, I'm going to leave that for class tomorrow. So that's it for today's video. See ya.